Bellotti wide left and Jackson right. Capoletti and McCutcheon the running backs. And again, it's McCutcheon. It reminds me, they keep calling a back's number, and he keeps getting punished in the middle of the line. Isn't it about time the back waved off a call?
No, when you get hot, you keep going. Because some backs run better when they're tired. They don't have too much thinking to do, and when you don't think, you usually run better.
We wondered sometimes that was the advantage of having the plays called in the huddle, where you could cancel it out, as opposed to having them sent in where you just have to follow orders.
Well, you don't cancel them out. I mean, you just keep running, falling forward.
2nd and 7 from the Cleveland 39. McCutcheon again with Mack out, and did he get hit. And coming up was Dick Ambrose, number 52, in one of the harder hits of the day. Wow. Don't forget, next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, CBS Sports Spectacular, the International Record Makers Tournament of Weightlifting, led by the Russian world and Olympic super heavyweight champion Vasily Alexeyev. Also, the 9th event of the decathlon of the world's strongest men competition, the refrigerator race. Next Saturday, 5 Eastern, 4 Pacific Time. 3rd and 9 from the 41 of Cleveland's. Back stay in the block. Hayden too low, intended for Terry Nelson.
Pretty good pressure that time by the Browns. They're always jumping. They're always anxious. But they're able to get back rather than being offside. But actually, a very anxious, jumpy team.
One other thing that will make them anxious and jumpy, 6 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the game.
Yes, sir. That will make you anxious and jumpy.
Glenn Walker, who will be punting from his own 45 to Rollie Woolsey, standing all alone inside second base at about the 10. High snap. He got it away. Woolsey will take it on his 6-yard line, and that's it. Taken down immediately by Jim Jodad.
The question on a play like that is whether or not you catch it or you let it fall. Very difficult area. I think he made the right judgment.
Here in Chicago, we're evaluating the world's first light-wave communication system, carrying our customers' voice, data, and video. A half-inch cable like this can contain enough glass fibers to carry as many phone calls as 6 of those copper cables. Besides increasing capacity, someday this system will help keep costs down. We've taken light-wave communications out of the labs. We've put it under the streets, and it's working.
Bell System Technology, keeping your phone system the best in the world.
Ford introduces Futura, a dramatic combination of styling and technology for 1978 and beyond. Futura, designed by computer modeling and aerodynamic testing. It can provide excellent fuel economy and room for 5 passengers as well. Futura, designed for 1978 and beyond. Realistically priced for today. See your Ford dealer for a personal test drive.
Okay, babe. So the Cleveland Browns in relatively poor position. 1st and 10 on their own 11, and they're down 9-0 with 6 minutes left to go in the game. David May is still in there, however, and Cleo Miller fighting his way out of the pack. Bill Simpson had to come up and drive him back into the heap.
What they're doing right now, Vince, is working for working room. They're trying to get a little better position, and they'll probably open it up. They probably don't want Mays to start passing in that particular territory.
David Mays has passed 7 out of 15 for 74 yards. He's had 2 interceptions by Monty Jackson and Bill Simpson. Backs a split, and he's going to pass from that formation. He dumps it off to Cleo Miller, and he gets by across the 30. It was Isaiah Robertson who had him, and he ran by Isaiah and picked up the first down.
And Vince, to a lot of our viewers, that was an exceptional run by Cleo Miller, because on that particular kind of a play, certain fast guys would try to get outside. Cleo Miller makes a couple of moves. He keeps his nose heading downfield. Now watch this. He's picking up ground. He keeps his nose downfield, and he makes that yardage. If he tries to go outside, they could probably tackle him for basically no gain.
The pass and scramble, and the tight end, Oscar Rowan, somehow caught the ball with Jack Reynolds and Dave Elmendorf all over him.
Somehow.
Oh.
That was a very good catch.
And he is shaken up for it. There's Elmendorf, but there on the ground is Oscar Rowan. I guess in cold weather, too, you feel the hit even more so than in hot, humid weather.
It's about 10 times worse. Your adrenaline isn't running the same. Your body isn't warm. It's terrible.
Oscar Rowan, for the benefit of people in Los Angeles, was at UCLA, but when Tommy Prothro went to the Rams, Rowan
Beautiful
the
catch.
switch, and he went to SMU.
Caught it, held on to it.
Just listen to that. That's just one of the great original hits in this exclusive new Firestone Christmas album. This is a really big collection of all-time favorite Christmas classics with many of the artists who made them famous. It's yours for only $1.69. 8-track tape, $1.99. At Firestone stores and dealers just about everywhere. Merry Christmas, everybody.
You work in the sky with nothing to hold on to but the wind and a cold steel beam. And it's a very long day until a whistle blows telling you it's Miller time. Time for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
We've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer.
Browns trying to get something going with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. They had a 2nd and 1, so they picked up the first down at the 34-yard line.
As time becomes a factor.
We have 70,352 here at Cleveland Stadium. 1st and 10 Browns on their own 34. The Rams have had them shut out up to here. A little release to Cleo Miller, and Jim Youngblood is there to bring him down.
And there's a flag down.
A flag.
Let's see if we can pick up this penalty. Oh, it looked like a little pushing from behind.
Jim Youngblood was making the tackle, and I think Jack Youngblood was the man who was held or pushed.
Offense, 63, the illegal use of the hands and the mask.
He's had a bad day. Barry Darrow, who has been hand fighting Jack Youngblood, and that's about the 3rd or 4th, I believe, called against Darrow.
It's a coaching problem, Vince. Coaches have to do something about that.
There's a problem. 1st and 20 for Dave Mays. Over the middle to Paris. He's got it at the 30 and lost the ball as a scramble, and I think the Rams have recovered. Pat Thomas came up with the ball. Pat Thomas, the last one to have his hands on it, so we'll see. Tight end Gary Paris cutting across the middle.
That's a good throw by the doctor. Good catch. Once again, those cold hands, when you catch it, you got to cover it up.
Yep, Pat Thomas recovered. And so another Browns mistake. Either interceptions or fumbles or roughing the kicker or holding. The list is endless. It is a litany of frustration for Cleveland. The Rams making the most of it. Take over 1st and 10 on the Cleveland 30, and the Rams leading 9-0 with 3:57 left to go in the ball game. Harold Jackson wide left and Waddy right. The backs are McCutcheon and Capoletti. Capoletti breaking a tackle to get across the 25.
Great move on the part of Capoletti. They had that stopped, actually. He made a move and picked up about 9 yards. Comes inside, stutters, make that move. Good balance. Gave one leg, took it away, low enough to drag the last 2 men. That's what you call perfect execution on the part of a running back.
And McCutcheon did a pretty good job on Gerald Irons to keep the side open for just enough for Capoletti to make the move. So it's 2nd and 1 on the Browns 22, and it must be a disheartened Cleveland club by now. Cappelletti nowhere to go, spins away from 2 men, and for a moment Joe Jones had him and let him get away.
Got the first down.
A reminder and a question. How did a tiny country like East Germany run away with 40 Olympic gold medals? Well, that's just one of the stories tonight on 60 Minutes, right here on CBS. So adding to everything else, missed tackles by the Browns, and the Rams have it 1st and 10 on the Cleveland 20-yard line. This time it's Cullen Bryant. The big Cullen Bryant. One thing, the Rams come in with 7 running backs. McCutcheon, Tyler, Bryant, Cappelletti, Phillips, Jodat, and Sonny Collins.
You know why? Because they're all good athletes. It means that they can do many different things.
Now, you don't see